think that wasn't even.
Oh, I'm having a great night. I'm happy to be here. Happy we got a very special guest tonight, and glad everybody could make it again this week. I hope everybody had a good weekend.
It's going great, man. I just saw the pictures. The Diamond Originals. These are incredible. You guys watching. He is an extremely talented artist. We're so thrilled to have him with us. Just hype for the show, hype for the bar fight afterwards. Let's get to it.
Did he put the memes up there? Because he had some great memes.
Oh, these are his individual drawings of all of us.
Oh, yes, the drawings.
Oh, back to the camera.
They were beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, because I don't watch the stream.
It was
I
excellent.
just look at the notes. All right.
It's going good, Ted. How are you? Notice I called you Ted and not the big Ted?
Yeah. Did everybody have a good weekend? Diamond, did you have a good weekend, man?
I had a good weekend.
Yeah,
Yes.
Good. Ted, Ron, you guys, yeah?
Yeah, it was
THL,
good, man.
I hope y'all did too.
Just relaxing. Still, not really going outside for the most part. Crazy times.
I'm ready. Yeah, I know. I'm ready for another week of THL to take me away from this madness.
Right.
And I think that leads into our player of the week, man, where we get to talk about one of Diamond's favorite people, the man that robbed him of his PGH. Handfall this past week won the player of the week, and Skittles had this to say about Antfall. He said, "Antfall from License to Illidan. I hope everyone hid their dinosaurs because we have a big game hunter in the house. Not only did Antfall take the BGH away from Diamond, but he ruined Bastink's undefeated streak in the process. Huge props." And we went ahead and reached out to Antfall to see if he had any comments, and Antfall simply said, "Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good." Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's do it. So, really interesting developments here. The most popular lineup got wrecked 11 times, 4 and 7.
I think the Demon Hunter lineup with the 0.00% really surprises me. Maybe it's the Warlock is possibly the weak link there. I'm not sure. Because the rest of it seems good. What? That's true.
Right, that's very true. I think the main thing this current meta report is telling us, though, is that Rogue is back on the rise again. It went through a period of a little bit more refinement. We saw a lot of stealth variants and, especially Spy Mistress and Questing Adventurers be run as almost auto-includes in nearly every version. And it's really kind of made the class as a whole a lot better, especially in its performance against Demon Hunter. So the top lineup that didn't feature Rogue was dominant for a little while, but now it's kind of shifted back to these second two, 8 brings and 5 brings respectively, with a 62 and an 80% win rate. Seems like Rogue's back.
I just want to,
and I really like that stealth package. I love it.
Just want to apologize for not remembering to unmute my mic until this point. Thank you, Boost and chat for.
Thanks, Buse. All you need is my voice, huh? It's cool. I got you, man. I'll carry you through this.
God.
Easy, Ted. Let's go.
That was pretty brutal.
I'm just gonna go crawl in a hole over there.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't waiting for you to tell me to talk.
Yeah. All right, but
But
Hi, THL. How's
for
it
real
going?
though, let's all be careful to not upset Ted because
Ted.
he carries this entire show
He does.
with
Ted is
everything he
forgiven.
does. So,
So
we're
Ted,
sorry, Ted. We
real
didn't
quick,
mean it.
how was your weekend again?
It was Oh my god. All right.
But anything else really that's jumping out about the meta that we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to cover too, especially with the bar
Did
fight
we mention
coming.
the shaman brewing?
Oh, there was a
Shaman.
single shaman.
Yeah.
It did lose.
There was a shaman.
So those of you out here
Well, of course.
maybe getting excited. Oh, shaman got brought is viable. No, it's not. It's still not.
And hey, listen. It matched the paladin one, right?
Oh, solid.
It did. Paladin got brought 7 times and lost
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
That's pretty brutal.
And I was gonna say, can we call Paladin Doomsayer because 1-0-7?
Oh,
Nice.
Good one, Ted.
that was a pretty good one. Damn.
He's quick.
Anyways, let's move on
That's
to
a quick wit.
our review of last week's matches. Starting off,
Yes, sir.
we have the Spies That Flies versus Tampams. Ron, would you like to run us through this one?
Absolutely. So a surprise here to lead off the week. Spies That Flies finally gets their first loss of the season. They had a close call earlier with the tie, but Base was able to pull out a 3-0 to keep them from losing. But this time around, Tanpam's coming up big. And a really important match for them as well to keep their playoff hopes alive. We've got A2 taking down his mentor, I suppose, obviously, in a tough 5-game series. A2's on fire this season too at 7-2 on the season. Lotus Knight picked up a big win over Martin Brodeur himself, 3-0 in the 2 seed for Spies. We had Base continue her dominant season with a 3-1 over JR in the 3. Super Murloc came in to sub for his team, but unfortunately couldn't find a win against Oz. Oz took that one in a sweep in the 4. And in the 5 seed, it's me, Mike V, with a decisive, strong victory for Tanpams to close it out, 3-1 over Chubbs. And that's a 13-11 for Tanpams. But the good news for Spies here is that they're almost certainly still in the playoffs. So this one isn't really going to sting too much.
Oh yeah, and like getting double digits even on a loss. I mean, if they weren't in first, they'd still be happy with that. You know, like,
Definitely.
It's so late in the season, and they're so far out ahead of everybody. They could honestly do what Dad Legend did last season and just like sit on their hands for the last 2 weeks and still make playoffs.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, definitely. They have a 15-point lead on 4th place at the moment.
Yeah, and 4th place right now is now Tanpams, who just put themselves right back into contention. If the playoffs started today, this would be the win that got them there. So congrats to them, and some big weeks to come, so they can't lose steam now.
Definitely. All right. Moving on, we have No Pros here versus Dad Legend and Sage. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Dad Legend. Isn't there a little bit of history being made here?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You want to go ahead?
Yeah. So
you're the one that spotted this. I think you should say it.
Yeah, sure. So I when I noticed Dad Legend, this is their 3rd 20-point week of the season, and I was kind of curious: has any team ever put up 3 20-point weeks in one season before? So I went back, I scrubbed through all the previous seasons of THL, and there have been 8 teams that have put up 2 20-point seasons in 1 week, or in one season, but no team has ever put up 3 20-point weeks in one season. Dad Legend are the first ones to do that.
First.
Yeah. Or at least for Hero Series.
Dad Legend.
At least for Hero Series.
In Hero Season.
Yeah.
We didn't go through everything, but yes. Hero Series by itself, Dad Legend is the first. And so congratulations, Dad Legend, on that. And, I mean, what else is there to say? They all won. NPH got 3 points, and that is brutal, especially right now. When you're trying to maintain or either maintain or more strongly solidify your position in the playoff picture, getting a 3-point week is not what you want to be doing right now. So they need to look about doing what Dad Legend did to them this past week. They need to try to do that this week, I think. So I don't remember who they're up against this week, but good luck, guys.
Yeah, Dad Legend is a tough team to figure out right now.
They are.
As Buse and Diamond point out, Young Guns must have made him mad. They awoke a monster here, and we hard overreacted, I suppose, because every single one of our guests, which did happen to include obviously a player from NPH, but all of us picked NPH to win, and mostly in dominant fashion. And Dad Legend just completely flipped the script on that with a full sweep. And this was against a 7-1 team that was the unanimous number 2 team in the whole series.
Yeah.
So wow.
Also,
okay, Dad Legend, we see you.
Also, something else I would like to mention is I had said that 8 teams have put up 2 20-point weeks in one season. Well, the Cult also has 2 20-point weeks this season, so they make it 9.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah, Cult
and the Colt
moved their way up
almost-
to 3rd place as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, should we? Cult match is right up next, so should we move on to that?
Yeah. Go ahead
Let's
and
get
move
to
on. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Sage, you want to run through this one?
Sure, since I kind of didn't do
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah, you're good.
The Colt versus Noyo team. So we've got 17-7, another pretty decisive victory. Heat Shock taking it in a sweep over Ducharme. I will never friggin' pronounce that right now. It got me bad. In the 2, we've got R-Hat taking a 3-1 over the last champ, who brought Shaman, by the way. He was the one. Sanguine, the Blood Princess herself, taking a 3-2 over Dano of the Teach Pal podcast. And he's still doing that, right?
Oh wow, and Kel just came in with a tier 1 sub for 20 months. 20-month streak. Thank you, Kel. That's awesome.
Wow, thank you, Kel.
Yeah.
And then in the 4, we've got Ted sweeping Mad at Arms. You swept him? Nice, man.
Yep.
I think I picked you to lose.
I know.
We all did.
Yeah.
Even Ted.
Thank you. Yeah. It was funny. Right after the match, I went into the Saloon DM and said, "Thanks for the caster curse, guys."
Yep. Full reverse curse there, and Ted picked up a big one. Nice.
In the 5, Quaz taking a 3-1 over Jim. Wow. Good job, Quaz. I forgot that he was good. Anyways, that's 17-7 over a Noyo team. Yeah, good job, guys. You guys are still in the playoff picture pretty solidly now.
Yeah.
Like, y'all could really make it.
Which is pretty impressive considering
awesome.
we're 4-5 record-wise at this point.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
you're just putting up the points. Just keep doing it, man. Keep doing it to it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying earlier. Cult has 2 20-point weeks this season, so even if their record isn't the greatest, they're putting up the points when it counts.
Right, and if the last champ hadn't brought Shaman, he could have beaten R-Hat and possibly given you all a 3rd sweep, and that would have been 2 teams with 3 20-point weeks in the same season.
Well
Or
said.
something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Had
right?
to bring
God.
Shaman. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made.
Also, I just want to give a big shout out to Quaz. He's at like negative 20 PR right now, I think, so he's almost up to 0.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah, so
Also, like that. That should be like Quaz's official quote. I forgot he was good.
so I definitely think there's gonna have to be a giant party on Saloon when Quaz breaks 0 PR.
I love it.
All right.
All right, on to the next one.
Next up, we have ATL versus the Burninators. Diamond, go ahead, run us through this one.
All right. So Blue Spartan with a 3-1 win over Little Harthy. Ron, let's go. 3-2.
Yeah, let's go,
I like
Ron.
it. I like
Yeah,
it.
I finally broke out of that 7-game
Ooh.
losing streak.
2-7, 2-7.
Here we go.
Shadow Ranger goes 3-2 over Medusas. Pond, or Free Hong Kong, goes 3-1 over Black Magic. And Silver T-Fox Demon goes 3-2 over Shun Sweet in a close game 5. Wow.
Yeah, Pond and I could not find a good time to play at all last week, and I was like, you know what, just get me out of here. You know what, I can't do this. All right, if we can't find a good time, I'll just end up DQing. So just sub me out.
Also,
But yeah, that's
sometimes
what
it
happened there.
happens.
Yeah.
Also, Sage, you're getting really close to moving back down to the 5 seed.
I am, aren't I?
Yeah,
I hope I get to be in the 5 because that's where I want to be. I
Yeah.
was kind of mad at Silver for not just shoving my fat ass in there somehow.
Took it out on him to the tune of not winning a single match all season. I think
that wasn't intentional, okay?
Well, you
really
set me
wasn't.
up for it. I had to do it.
I mean, to be fair, maybe Silver would have had enough VR to shove you down to the 5 if he wasn't spending, well, at the beginning of the season, 550 on someone who went 2-7.
Well, we'll cover it.
Hey, no!
That was, yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. But actually, we'll talk about it a little bit more when we get to next week's matches too, about the PR possibility of flipping.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
All right. Next up, we have F2L Black versus Licensed to Illidan. Ron, go ahead with this one.
All right, so F2L Black versus Licensed to Illidan. We had a pretty big win by Licensed to Illidan that mathematically keeps them in contention. Realistically, you guys already missed the playoffs, just like us. You're not going to make it, but dreams are dreams, and at the very least, you can always crush someone else's. So that's what they did here. At least in a small capacity against F2L Black, with a 15-10 win in a much needed victory for F2L, possibly more needed for License, but again, they probably won't make playoffs. But still, Donde with a 3-0 win here in the 1. We had that on stream. He was thrilled to crush his eternal rival, Coles. We had Liquid Ox beating Trippy Toad 3-1, and Fall taking the 3-1 win over Rabobson in the 3. In the 4, Mako beating the Chronic 3-1. And in the 5, Kazargar getting a 3-2 win over Saku. There weren't really a ton of surprises in these matches. For the most part, F2L's players that have been performing well, Liquid Ox, Chronic, and Kazargar, had close games. And Chronic playing Mako, Mako's good enough that he can beat anybody. And Rabobson just still hasn't been able to break out of that streak of losing. Trust me, I know how that feels. And Anfal's a very good player that was just coming off of a victory over Based and continued a strong performance. So License to Illidan kind of hitting a stride, but it may just be a little bit too late for F2L. They're sort of falling out of the playoff pack with very little time to go. So gonna need to turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely still have a shot. They're 9 points out right now. But that's a decent chunk to make up in 2 weeks. They kind of need big wins both weeks.
Definitely.
All right. Finally, we have...
Did somebody say back-to-back 20s?
All right. Finally, we have Young Guns versus Booze Cruise. And I mean, damn it, I'm not going to make you read through this one unless you want to.
Can we skip this one?
No, we can't do that.
No, we got to go through it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
right.
I don't want to go through it.
I'll do it. I'll do it. So in the 1 seed, we had Dabs beating Zancat 3-2, and that's all the Young Guns could really muster last week. 2 seed, we have Dr. Bomb beating Catman 3-1. 3, we have your Mom Kid beating Booze 3-0. 4 seed, Matty Ebbs Diamond 3-2. What? I'm proud of you. You got one more game than I predicted you would.
Ooh, let's go. 1 point.
There.
He won 3-2. And 5 seed Chewbacca sweeping Doomsday 3-0. And Booze Cruise, they're choosing the wrong time to come alive this season.
They are actually mathematically eliminated, right?
They are.
Cruises?
They are. Yeah. I'll cover that more after the break. But yeah.
But these things happen. Young Guns was riding the high after beating up on Dad Legend, and then got brought back down to earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this was just a really fun matchup. Honestly, like they were the two bottom teams. I'm sure they just had a fun week. It seemed like Young Guns kind of just said, "Fuck it, we'll bring some dumb stuff," and Booze Cruise was like, "Nah, we're in this to try hard." So Diamond,
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't have.
fun.
They just didn't have any dreams to crush, right? because
Exactly.
Booze Cruise was already out. So they're like, well, I don't know. We're not excited about this. We can't ruin anybody's season. It's already ruined.
I can't get BGH. I'm not gonna win. It's obvious.
That's what it is. Nice.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, anyways, that is all for our last week in review. And this is the time when RonMexico brings a few words to us.
Absolutely. So hey there, Twitch viewers. Have you subscribed to Team Hearth Legends yet? If not, make today the day to be a legend yourself and subscribe to our channel. This subscription enables the THL team to help cover the various costs of operating our website, as well as improve the quality of our streams and content to our viewers. If you have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, you can sub to this channel for free. Subscribers will get a THL emoticon as well as the lovely THL chat badge. So hit that heart button and keep the notifications on to make sure you catch our team broadcasting live. We appreciate each and every one of you. Special note to our viewers, check out THL's other social media points of interest. Our website, teamhearthlegends.com. Follow us on Twitter at THL_HS. Join us on Discord, Team Hearth Legends. Check out the THL PAL podcast for power rankings for all series, wherever you find your podcasts. The true Hearth legend himself, Saku, has been posting all of the videos on our YouTube channel. Just search for Team Hearth Legends to catch everything previously recorded. You're, of course, watching us on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Team Hearth Legends live, or possibly on our YouTube channel in the future. And for all you THL fanatics out there are THL shows still every single day of the week. You can't go wrong tuning in at any time to some amazing Hearthstone-related content. Now back to the good part.
Oh, hold on. But did you guys know?
I liked your
So-
little bits there, Diamond.
Diamond, what the hell was that?
You gotta amplify the bits so they pay attention.
That's amazing.
Okay, so Saku timestamps everything, and this blows my mind, man. Like, how does he do it? I want to know his process. Does he like skim through it? Right? He timestamps it. He has to watch through everything. Does he just skim through? Does he have it playing in the background? Does he actually like sit down and watch it and focus on it? I want to know, Saku. Tell me your secrets, man. What a legend.
What a legend.
That was
Also, it's worth mentioning that I had to tab away from the camera real quick because if I kept looking at Diamond's reactions, I was gonna break.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, nope,
Kept
just
really
back
close.
to reading this.
it took everything in me not to just lose it there.
The reactions to what?
exceptional.
I'm so confused. I'm not watching.
You gotta see the VOD.
Yeah,
on
it-
the YouTube
Fine,
or
yeah,
the
I'll watch it.
Twitch.
All right, let's move
Diamond's
on.
reaction
Yeah.
faces.
Well,
It's easy, Sage. What you do
Okay.
is you go to YouTube and you search Team Hearth Legends.
And click on the time. Click on the timestamp where they say commercial break.
yeah.
Yeah.
It-
Oh man.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys knew this, but Saku timestamps the show.
How
Oh
does
my
he
god,
do
what a
it?
Oh my
legend.
God.
What a legend.
All right. Anyways,
Uh,
right now we're going to take a little look at the standings and look at our playoff picture. So, unfortunately, while it is still technically possible for any team to score 46 points, because the Cult plays ATL this week, the bar to make playoffs is too high for three teams, Booze Cruise, Anoyo Team, and Young Guns. So they have all been mathematically eliminated from playoffs.
I don't believe that. What do you need, Ted? Just listen. Get 0 points for the next 2 weeks. We'll get 23-point week. We'll make it into the second place. How about that?
I mean, listen. If you get 2 46-point weeks and like every other match in THL, no contests, then
Yeah, there you go. All right, Arhead,
All
if you're
right.
listening, make sure no one else can play their match. Give us.
Look, I think if there were going to be that many no contests, it would have to be some really the most insane drama that CHL's ever seen. I'm
Yeah.
sure Arhat would be more concerned with that than your request you're about to make, Diamond.
Well,
yeah, that would be not a good development.
yeah, it would not be.
But you know, realism
Anyways.
is in play here, so we can say pretty safely that these three teams, unfortunately, are out of it at this point.
Yeah.
Also, pretty realistically, Burninator's and License to Illidan are just hanging on to only the tiniest sliver of hope that
Yeah.
they can actually make it. I think our real contenders start at F2L and go up.
I would agree. Like
yeah, I think so.
The mark to make playoffs or to be eligible to make playoffs started at 108 points. So, like, you can see Boosters, which is barely under that, and License, Illidan, and Burnators are barely over that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I appreciate your generosity in saying that the team, Ron and I, is still in playoff picture somehow. But realistically, I don't believe it.
Well, listen, trust me. If there was a way for me to mathematically eliminate you guys, I would have done it. And I'm looking forward to that day when I get to type in Discord, Burnators are out.
It's probably going to happen next week, and you can tell because Ted will be giddy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sage and Ron are out.
And actually, I just remembered. I'm not going to be the one to get to type it in the Discord. I already promised somebody else that I would let them type it in the Discord when you guys have been mathematically eliminated. So make sure you keep your eyes out to see who's done that.
Okay.
Nice burn from Matt in chat here. Burnators are still in the picture, just cropped out of the frame.
Oh man.
Well played, good sir.
Yeah.
Well played.
But yeah, anyways. Now it's time to move on to our matches for this week. We started off with the Spies That Flies versus No Pros Here. So, Sage, do you want to run us through this one?
Sure, man. Spies That Flies versus NPH. And the one we've got Aviously versus Pee-wee. In the two, we've got Lotus Knight versus Skittles. In the three, we see Based taking on Posca, who we will be seeing on Tuesday Night Bar Fight directly after this show ends. Be sure to stick around and check that out. That's going to be a very hype match. They are both 8-1. Look at this. It's crazy, man. 8-1, 8-1, going head to head. These guys are fighting for the MVP this season. And
Sage, do you know, is there a way that we can watch this match?
And Tuesday, right after the show. Come on, Ron. Are you not paying attention? All right. And in the 4 seed, we've got... I know. And in the 4 seed, we've got Lemur versus Disco. And in the 5, Chubbs Peterson's Hand versus Electabuzz. Do you know what Chubbs Peterson's Hand, where his name comes from?
Happy Gilmore.
Comes from Happy Gilmore. That one guy had his hand bit off by an alligator.
Chubbs.
Yeah.
I believe it was Chubbs Peterson.
Yeah.
Chubbs Peterson, yeah.
Chubbs Peterson.
Yeah, that's his name. That's his name, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, so in the 1, I've got Pee-wee taking it over Aviously here. I think Pee-wee is just looking for a good fight. He wants to try to take it this week, man. And especially after last week, like, come on. They need to come back on hard. They really do. And anyways, in the 2, I've got Lotus. Lotus is just insane in the 2. Are you kidding me? Like, Skittles, I love Skittles. Skittles came in and helped out my wild team on the last week, and I appreciate that to death, but Lotus is just too damn good. And in the 3, we're going to see this after the show, but Based is going to take Posca down, for sure. I think that's happening every time. It's going to be hard fought. Based is taking it home. You get it, girl. In the 4, Lemur, man, I know I called this guy washed up, but I think he needed a week off for whatever reason, and he's going to come back stronger than ever, and he's going to take Disco down. Disco is dead, I'm telling you. In the 5, I think Buzz is just going to keep doing what he's been doing all season and having a dominant performance. I know he hasn't been having really super hot weeks here recently, but I think he's going to pick it back up. He's due for a comeback. But overall, that does give it 3-2 to the Spies. So NPH probably going to be hurting for a playoff, a spot in the playoffs. But they're I don't think they're going to go down with less than double digits.
Also, Ron, I would just like to comment on something you said in chat. You said 3 digits hype. I have a feeling we won't be able to say that about Sage's PR for too much longer.
Oh, nice.
You know what? I look forward to that. I dreamed about being 50 PR. I dreamed about it. I've dreamed about being 50 PR some years ago. And
nice.
The fact that that's coming close to being a reality is kind of interesting for me. It wasn't intentional, but I'm kind of hyped. 'Cause that makes me so
Listen
mad.
to Sage, all right? Don't let your
You gotta-
don't let your dreams
silver
die,
lining.
kids.
And hey, listen, everybody,
Silver
you
lining.
Dreams can come true.
Okay,
They
yeah.
can be 50 PR.
guys, you heard it here first. Whatever team Sage is on next season will have to have an asterisk next to its result because Sage is tanking PR.
Oh God. He's triggered now.
I can tell.
All right, now you're gonna piss me off. Let's move on.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Anyways, Ron, what do you think about this match?
So this definitely a really interesting matchup. Two teams that both still are sitting at 7 wins and a ton of points. Big playoff implications. No Pros here really needs a win, I think, to kind of get back on track here. Spies coming off their first loss, but they're pretty safe. They don't really need it. I still think that Spies continues their strong streak, though. I give it to Avi in the 1. I think Lotus beat Skittles in the 2. I made it a general rule not to pick against Pasca, but I also made a general rule to not pick against Based. And since both these players are playing each other, I got to give it to Based. I think she's just an absolute Hearthstone monster. I think she takes this win here. I'm giving it to Lemur in the 4 as well. And just to prevent a sweep in back-to-back weeks, Electabuzz stops his 3-game losing streak and takes the victory over he of the very cryptic name here, Chubbs Peterson's hand. No idea whose hand this could be referring to, but I think just full trolling Sage here for no reason. But I'm gonna give it 4-1 Spies.
All right.
Yeah. I see.
Diamond, your thoughts?
My thoughts? Well, they're quite simple. The Big Ted. Avi is gonna win over Agent PWE, even though I've actually been talking to PWE a lot more. I think Avi's got this in the bag. And Skittles, I talked to a lot too, but I think Lotus will also win. And this is easy for me. Posca's good, but Based, she's even better. Based is gonna win on stream tonight. I 100% believe that. And then sorry, I lost my train of thought. I think Disco is going to win in the 4 seed. And I think Electabuzz will keep winning in the 5 seed. So 3-2 Spies.
Nice.
All right.
What about you, Ted?
Yeah. So I have. Hold on. Let me bring back up the notes. All right.
I don't know. In the notes, it says his name is Turdinator.
Thanks, Sage. All right. Anyways, I have PWE taking in the 1, Lotus taking in the 2, and I wanted to avoid jumping on the base bandwagon. I'm giving it to the connoisseur of socks himself, Posca in the 4, Lemur in the 5, and Electabuzz in the 6. So I'm going a little bold here. I'm saying 3-2 NPH.
That is a bold pick.
Ted, thanks for Casper cursing Based. I really appreciate it. You're making the guest prediction even more correct. Thank you.
I will say both of these teams lost last week, so crazier things have happened.
True.
Yeah, and both teams are full of talented players. It honestly wouldn't be surprising to see either team win, and even dominant wins aren't too surprising because Hearthstone can be pretty swingy. But we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's move on to the next one. Legend versus Booze Cruise, yeah?
Yeah, Legend versus Booze Cruise. Are we done this one? 1 seed we have Acicles versus Zancat. 2 seed we have Starlax versus Dr. Bomb. 3 seed Yellow Dart versus Yermumkid. 4 seed Hockey versus Matty Ebbs. 5 seed Turd Herder versus Chewbacca. So, yeah, as we said earlier, Booze Cruise really doesn't have a lot to play for here except for Dream Killer. I'm giving it to
Just crushing dreams.
Icicles in the 1, Starlax in the 2, Yellow Dart in the 3, Maddie in the 4, Shu in the 5. So that is 3-2 for Dead Legend. I'm thinking Booze Cruise is going to show up pretty decently this week.
Nice.
Yeah. Ron, what do you think?
I am all about overreacting to things. So when Dad Legend lost to Young Guns, I overreacted and I'm like, yeah, NPH beats him 4-1. And then Dad Legend swept. So apparently Dad Legend is actually really good, and I overreacted the first time. So now it's time to overreact in reverse and just call a 5-0 Dad Legend. Except, you know what? Isocles, I can't pick you to win. I don't know what it is. It's just this pointless season-long campaign where I always pick you to lose. It's not working out great for me since you're 6-3, but Zancat's got you this week. But the rest of Dad Legend's going to win, and it's going to be 4-1 Dad Legend.
But wasn't there an episode of Saloon this season where we had Icicles on, and he just, I don't know, I think he had a funny smell to him. You know,
If I recall correctly, it was actually he just picked us all to lose, and then I was like, "All right, here, now this is happening."
Mhm.
All right, Diamond, what do you think?
All right, so I'm also on the Iceman thing because I don't know how to say it because there's too many C's in that name.
Icicles.
Icicles,
Oh,
but some
Mark
people are
Shire
like
just subscribed.
icicles.
Nice, thank you, Mark Shire. 10 months.
Thank you. Also,
They're
Sage.
good subs.
Also, Sage, that was incorrect. It's Isocles.
You are wrong, sir. It is Icicles. Thank you very much.
All right.
Good day.
Anyways, Diamond, what were you saying?
Anyways, I think Icicles will win in the 1 seed. I also believe Starlax, Yellow Dart, and Hockey Boys will all just Yellow Dart. What's it called? All of Dad Legend, insane. But for some reason, Chewbacca not playing Hearthstone and not even getting 5 wins on ladder this month, he's winning. So yeah, I think he's gonna win. So it's 4-1 Dad Legend.
All right, and finally, I saved you for last, Sage. What do you think?
Yeah. You know, Dad Legend, they really showed up. They showed up strong last week. And I believe in my boys. I miss being in their Discord. Well, I'm still in it, but I'm not like in the team chats, whatever. Not the same, man. I miss you guys. And yeah, I think Icicles takes it over Zancat, and Starlax takes it over Dr. Bomb D. Yellow Dart takes over your Mumked, and we can just keep going. Hockey Boys takes it over Maddie Ebbs, and Turd takes it over Shu. Somehow, honestly, Shu is really good. I wouldn't be surprised to see Shu win here, but I still think they're just gonna 5-0 him, man. They're gonna come out of nowhere for Shu, especially after I beat him this week in Legacy. You know, he's just not gonna have a good week this week, is what I predict. So it's gonna be a 5-0 for Dad Legend.
So what I'm hearing is that Booze Cruise is gonna just demolish Dad Legend because that's what seems to happen that's what seems to happen when you pick them 5-0.
That's right.
All right. Anyways,
be on your guard, Dad Legend. You just got cursed.
Next up, we have Tampam Surf Slam versus F2L Black Diamond. Do you want to run us down this one?
Sure. So I think A2 is gonna win over Coles, and then I also think Ox is gonna win over what do you call it? Marty Brodeur?
Martin Brodeur, yeah.
Marty Brodeur, yeah. One of the best goalies ever. And then I actually flipped a coin for this one because even though Robson's record's like not good, I know he's a good player, and JR is doing really well. And the coin was in favor of JR. And then the Chronic, he beat me earlier this season, so I got to choose him. And then I also think Kazargar will win, so that's 3-2 Tampams.
Nice. Ron, what do you think?
Wait.
This one, I've got A2 winning in the 1. I think Ox takes the 2 seed here. I almost picked Robobson, but he's struggling so much, and JR's got a positive season and is doing well. I think JR takes the 3. Giving it to Oz in the 4, and in the 5, it's going to Kazargar, I think. So Tanpams is going to squeak out a victory here, and it's going to start looking pretty bleak for F2L to make playoffs. This is going to be a big one for Tanpams to try to punch their ticket.
Definitely. Sage, what do you think?
You know, I agree with the A2. Everybody seems to be on this A2 train, and I'm right there with y'all. A2 is just tearing it apart this season. So he takes it every time against Coles. I know Coles is a good player, but A2 is just crazy right now. And the 2, Ox is really freaking good. But I don't know, man. I like this Martin Brodeur guy, honestly. I think Marty's taking it this week. I think he's going to surprise us, all of us. It's definitely you guys. Y'all picking him. Not picking him. Y'all picking Ox. I'm picking Marty. And I'm picking Robobson, too. I think Robobson's going to really surprise us against JR. I think for just no reason in particular, just Robobson's going to go ahead and go 2-7. And in the 4, we're, Oz is definitely an excellent player. There's good reason to pick Oz, but I think Chronic is just really killing it this season. He's going to take it over Oz, and yeah, in the 5, Mike is going to take it over Kazargar, and that gives it 3-2 to Tam Surf Slam. I think they're going to take it all the way down to their little Surf Slammy town, man, and Pound Town and the Clam.
All right. So, and finally for my predictions, I have A2 taking the 1, Liquidox taking the 2, and I would on paper this will be Robobson, but the way the season's going, I have to give it to JR in the 3. I have to in the 4. I'm giving it to the man who I can unfortunately now call my ex-legacy captain, Osmonaut.
Oh, yeah.
That's sad.
Makes me sad too.
Oh, F's in the chat, man. Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was rough. And but if you want to
But it was a
hear,
hype match for sure.
yeah, and also if you want to hear more about that, join Thursday for what is it?
Tavern Talk.
Tavern Talk. Thank you. Yeah, I kept wanting to say Thursday. Throw it out. Thank you, Dan. And and
Gotcha.
in the 5 seed, I'm giving it to Mike V over Kazargar. So I'm giving it 4-1 to Tam Surf Slam. And with that result, F2L Black is pretty much out of the playoff picture.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright. Next up, the Cult versus ATL. I'll run us down this one. 1 seed, Heat Shock versus Blue Spartan. This is a match I really want to see on stream. 2 seed, Champ versus Lars. 3 seed, Sanguine versus Shadow Ranger. 4 seed, myself versus Pond. 5 seed, Quaz versus Shunsui. And, easy picks. Cult 4-1 with Heat Shock, Champ, Sanguine, and Quaz winning.
Easy. Patented
Easy.
picks.
Ron, what do you think?
So I also think that Cult is going to win this one, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer. I've got Heat Shock taking the 1. Man, Lars really impressed me. I barely beat him to end my win streak, and it was a couple of lucky breaks. I think he's underrated. I think he beats Last Champ here, especially if Last Champ brings Shaman again, which he might. Can't rule that out, so I'm just rolling with that, saying Lars gets the win in the 2. I think Sanguine is going to pick up the 3 seed victory here. Ted, I don't know. I keep picking against you. Now you start winning. Let's flip it. Maybe we'll curse you the other way. I'm going to give it to Ted over Pond here in the 4. And I think Shunsui picks up the victory in the 5 over Quaz to make it 3-2 Cult.
See, Ron, I would like you to look at the cams right now. Of course, this isn't on stream right now, but
Nice.
For those of you at home, I was giving Ron a nice hand gesture. Anyways,
yes, it was a very
I bet
polite,
it was the
very
okay
polite hand gesture.
right?
Yeah, it was like it was a heart. It was a heart.
Peace sign.
It was a heart.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Ted,
the
you're
heart.
so nice.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Oh, you're so sweet.
all right. Anyways, Sage, what are your thoughts about this match?
Oh yes. So in the 1 here, right, we got Blue Spartan versus Heat Shock. Heat Shock is insane, right? He really is. It's hard to pick against him, but I think Blue is just really killing it this season, and I do believe in Blue. I think Blue Spartan takes it over Heat Shock here. And the 2, as long as he doesn't bring Shaman, I think the Last Champ takes it, and I think he learned his lesson after last week. He's not going to bring Shaman. He's going to take it here over Lars. And in the 3, I gotta pick Blood Princess here, man. Sanguine, she's my girl, and she's gonna take it every time. She's gonna get it over Shadow Ranger. And in the 4, Ted, I believe in you, man. You got this. All right, you're gonna take it over Pond. I'm gonna go ahead and get revenge for what he did to Black Magic last week. And in the 5, I'm afraid Shunsui's gonna go ahead and send the Quaz right to the Shadow Ranger, and that'll be a 3-2 for the Cult.
All right, Diamond, I saved you for last because I personally very like your predictions.
Well,
So go ahead.
I gotta support the boys. Heat Shock's gonna win because Heat Shock's insane. The Last Champ's gonna win because he makes crazy good decks. Sanguine's gonna win because she's just really good. The underscore lowercase Big Ted is gonna win because he's a really good op and a good player. And Quas is gonna win because he can't capitalize the Q on his name and did all the other ones. The 5-0 Call easy.
I like it.
Sound logic.
Also, and now I'm very glad I didn't pick myself because I would have just cast or cursed me.
Smart.
Yeah.
You believe in that stuff? Come on, man.
I mean, listen, I've seen what you've done to Dad Legend this season.
Yeah, okay. I guess that is a whole different story. Anyways.
All right. Next up, we have Burninator's versus License to Illidan. Sage, you want to run us through this one?
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Hold on. Let's, all right, man.
There it is.
Oof. What are we doing this week? What am I even doing this week? Let's see. All right, so we've got Lil Herthy versus Donde, right? Lil Herthy versus Donde in the 1. RonMexico versus Trippy Toad the 2. Actually, Ron, I definitely think you're going to win that one there. Trippy's not doing so hot. Anyways, Starkey versus Anful in the 3. That's a tough one for me right there. I believe in Starkey, but Anful has been on a tear. And the 4, myself versus Mako. I got no comment. In the 5, Silver versus Saku. So I think Herthy is a pretty easy pick for me. In the 1, Herthy is insane. Donde's doing really good, but I can't pick against Herthy. You know, he's on my team, and there's some bias there. Definitely some bias in these picks, but like I've gotten to know Herthy a little bit over the season, and he is crazy good. So I definitely think he wins here over Donde. And the 2, Ron, if you don't beat Trippy Toad, man, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Like, come on, like, can I just get a win this week from you, Ron, please?
Honestly, Trippy Toad's really good. I thought they were incredible last season, and it's just been a rocky season for both of us. So we'll see. Here's hoping. I mean, I'm going to try to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they beat me up.
All right. Well, I believe in you. Anyways, in the 3, Starkey, I think, is taking it over Anful here. Starkey's doing really well. Anful has been doing really good these past couple weeks, but I don't know. Like, if he can just go ahead and get unlucky this time, I'd appreciate it, Anful. In the 4, Mako, buddy, go easy on me, man, please. And in the 5, I'll go ahead and give it to Silver. I think Silver can take it over Saki. Wait, didn't Silver already win? Silver already played his match and won.
There is a breaking result on this one. Silver, I believe, won 3-1 over Saku.
Ah, darn it.
Oh! Yeah, there we go. So, I already got 1 point this week, so.
All right.
Ted.
Ron.
Anyways, that gives it, what is that? That gives it...
You have it 4-1 Burnators.
4-1 for the Burn. Yes.
All right.
Ron, I'm going to tell you to go next because I noticed a similarity here too.
Yeah, I just completely agreed with Sage here. I gave the wins to everyone on Burnators except for Sage because he's garbage. Honestly, I'm pulling for you, buddy. I think you can beat Mako, but Silver just won. And if you lose, you actually do get to close out the season in the 5. So silver lining here. Silver lining? Okay, we'll move on. But
don't give me ideas.
I've got 4-1 Burnators here in the battle between the teams that are almost certainly out. This is pretty much one of the only ways our hopes stay alive. So no offense here, License to Illidan. It's all totally unbiased though. Definitely not just wishful thinking.
All right. I'll go next. I have Arthi in the 1, Ron in the 2, Starkey in the 3, Mako in the 4, and like those are all the same as you. And unfortunately, when we were doing predictions last night, I said Saku in the 5. Yo, do you guys want to hear a fun fact about Saku? Did you guys know he timestamps the VODs on YouTube?
Oh my god. What a legend.
He does.
Can't believe it.
Guys, what is your theory? What do you think? What do you think he does? Do you think he skims through it? Do you think he has it on the background? Do you think he actually goes through and watches it like
we do have one more match to go over and also interview questions and bar fight coming up.
All right.
So
yeah.
What do you think, Diamond?
Diamond.
Beast, zoom. Okay, I had 5-0 Burnators because I feel like everyone on Burnators can win, and it's not because I voted for everyone who's on the show so I can come on the show again. That would never happen. Right? I vote for who I think would win because, yes. But now I'm thinking I kind of want to vote Mako, so I curse Mako so Sage gets his first win. So I'm actually going to vote for Mako. as
Wow.
well.
Nice. Last minute
'cause I-
pick
Alright.
change. Diamond's
'Cause I
going
want-
4-1.
I want Sage to win. I feel like this is Sage this week. There you go.
I'm gonna disappoint you.
I'm used to getting disappointed, so it's okay.
All right. Finally, we have Anoya team versus Young Guns. Diamond. Take the
Oh,
honors.
hold on, Diamond. Didn't you give me some decks to play this week?
We didn't talk about those special deck techs. It's not
Yeah,
like
you gave me some real good decks. I'm gonna pick one of them to play.
Oh, okay. I wanted Sage is not gonna win. I think Mako prediction was right. Okay, so for my team, Dabs is definitely gonna win this week because Dabs is insane. Arhat, the commissioner, he's gonna win because he's just winning in every series. So I think it's bad to not vote. And Buse, who in combination with Dabs gives all the energy of the team, I think he's gonna win. I don't know if I'm gonna win this week. And then also, I think Jim has it. So I'm gonna say 3-2 Young Guns.
All right.
So we have it up on the screen. That match is already played, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice win there, Diamond.
That was
Wait,
just quick to say.
You
was
won, Diamond. You won.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Surprise!
Oh, I got a point this week. Yes.
Nice.
Just quick. It was really fun playing Mad at Arms because he brought unique decks, and it was a really close series. So that's all I want to say.
All right.
Yeah, it's awesome. That game went 5.
Ron, what do you think?
For me, I'm going to go with Dabs over Desharmo. Just Dabs has been on fire, and Desharmo's having a rough hero season. I'm giving it to Arhat for basically the same kind of reasons. He's just been on fire. Buse, every week I'm conflicted with you, buddy. I just got to keep you on your toes. But this week, I think you take the win over Dano here for the Young Guns. I did pick against Diamond, although I'm regretting that decision now. Good job on the victory there. And in the 5 seed, I'm giving it to Jim. I think it winds up being a 3-2 win for a Noyo team.
All right. Sage, what do you think?
Yeah. So in the 1, I've got Dabs to pick the win over Desharmo. Desharmo's really good, but Dabs is tearing it apart. And in the 2, Arhat over Catman. Man, Arhat. How do you pick against the commission? The president commission. I forget what his position is. Honestly, I just know he is Arhat and he is the man.
He's all of the
And
positions.
he runs this. He has all the positions. Arhat goes everywhere. All right, Arhat. You can't pick against him. In the 3, I've got Buse over Dano here. Buse, I met this guy IRL, and he is a real good guy, and he is doing super good in Legacy right now. And he's gonna tear Dano apart. In the 4, I had picked Diamond, and hey, internet high five. You won, man. Good
Wait,
job.
There you go.
And in the 5, I've got Jim to win over Doomsday here, which gives it overall 3-2 to Young Guns. I believe in your team, Diamond. I think y'all are just you're not necessarily in it to win the whole thing, but you're in it to have fun and win it in the end. All right.
I mean,
believe
we
in
also
you guys.
with my win, we just hit 100 points, so we're having lots of fun.
Nice.
All right.
Good times.
And finally for my picks, I'm giving it to Dabs in the 1, Arhat in the 2, Booze in the 3, and Diamond, my man. You got the 1 in the 4. Thank you for making my prediction come true. And
Go.
Jim in the 5. So that is 3-2 Young Guns. Also, I just want to shout out Young Guns has faced the bottom team 2 weeks in a row. Or sorry, the bottom team besides them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Right on.
I believe it is now interview time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, Diamond.
Right.
Are
The
you ready
moment
for your
you've all
interview?
been waiting for.
I'm-
The man
Yes.
himself at Diamond. I think is that your official name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fine.
I haven't even made it to Diamond yet, Diamond. So whenever I make it to Diamond, then I will be pinging you, Diamond. All right, Diamond. Are you ready for that, Diamond? That's what it's going to look like.
You should make
only
it
in text.
today because it's the last day of Bladder. If you want to make Diamond.
No, I'm good. I'll do it next season, maybe.
Okay. I'm ready for all the pings tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, first question we have is how does your team prep each week?
Basically, it goes like this. I'm like, hey, Dabs, I want to. Well, in general, it's like everyone will like schedule the matches, but in general, what I personally do, it's like, hey, Dabs, I want to bring these classes. Dabs is like, okay. Then I'll say, okay, I'm against these classes, and he's like, okay, ban Warrior. And that's what's been happening the entire season since I subbed in. And that's essentially what happens in every other channel. Ban Warrior, good luck. And it didn't really work out. It didn't work out this season as well, but like it's been a fun team for sure.
Very fair.
All right. What is Diamond? What is the favorite roster you've ever played on?
I think technically the only one I've played a full season is Tap Last, and that's the only one in Hero, so it's got to be Tap Last in Hero, and win a championship. So like it's mega good.
Very good answer. Next up, we have.
Wasn't that your first season ever?
Yep, that was my first season in Hero, and I won a championship because I got carried by really good players.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember being like, "Who's this Diamond guy?" And you just come in and win a championship out of nowhere. Jeez, man.
That's really.
Next up, we have what advice would you have for any new players and/or captains coming into THL?
All right, if you're a new player coming into THL, like if you've never been THL, go into free agents, post your PR. The amount of people I've seen who come in, don't post your PR. It's like, what are you doing? And just post what you like. And then if any captains, like I need a sub or anything, just reach out and talk to people. Because when I first started and then as a captain, just socialize with people. Because when I first captained, I had 5 people, I had no idea who they were. But on my second or third season, I finally got to new people. So I was like, okay, this person's good and that stuff. So just be social. That's my biggest advice. Don't be afraid. Everyone's really welcoming. It's a really good community.
All right. Next up, are there any fun? Sorry, go ahead, Sage.
Yeah, are there any funny stories about your team? You know, inside jokes or memes? You know, that kind of stuff.
The only one I think I guess the only meme, I guess that's our logo. Because our logo was me photoshopping, like, hey guys, what's your logo be? And I sent a picture of Cowboys. I'm like, all right, everyone send a picture of their face. Because cropping Dabs' face onto it was really hard. But in general, it's just views and Dabs me like, I take my energy, like every time someone goes into a match. And it helps.
That's great, man. You need that positive reinforcement. That's what Prep is for Rogues was all about, was just like pure positive reinforcement. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, that was a fun time.
Our next question's kind of come in a pair. First question is, how many times has the Diamond Playoff curse came true from Chewbacca? And then right after that, Murloc said, how many times hasn't it? I feel like that will be easier for him.
All right. Well, they're both kind of easy because I have a document with all my stuff. So that's twice that I've been cut out of playoffs. So my very first season captaining Hero, Mighty Burbs, we get 5th to triple tiebreaker. And then so we were out by 0 points. And then I think last season with Teen Hearth Legends, we were only out by 1 point in 5th place. But and then the other one, I hold on. With Ron's help on Bees, we actually did make playoffs, but then we lost in the first round. But I have made playoffs in Hero. It's not that I've never made it. And Ron was telling me, like, Dan, what do you mean you don't know? I won on this team. And I was like, I totally forgot that Bees made playoffs. And we were like top of Hero as well.
That was very sad to hear that Diamond just completely forgot about his experience with me on his team. I'm like, okay, so I don't need to be on one of your teams again. That's cool. That's how it is.
I know, right? Like it's all just such a blur, man. Like just these seasons. All right, so for the next question here that we have is, will you make the mistake of captaining a team in every series again? This one is for Manfall.
Well, I don't know if this is like I should be saying this, but I'm not captaining a series. I'm only going 3 next season for now because it's not a 4 was a lot. I kind of also just want to play under people again because I have only played under people twice and I've just captained, so I kind of want to play under people and just play and not captain because it's
It is. Go ahead.
No, you can go. I was done.
I would say it is a little different, isn't it? Like I captained pretty much exclusively for a long time, and started playing under people, and just I had a lot of fun playing under people, and not having to worry about captaining things, you know. And so it's nice. There's a difference, and yeah. But I'll be captaining 2 teams next season, so I definitely understand the pressure. So.
All right. Next question: how many times has CMAC pinged you today from CMAC?
Bro, CMAC has pinged me 0 today. It's been a really nice day today.
CMAC, you better get on that.
Nice relaxing day.
Don't tell him. Is he in chat? Oh no. I think my favorite.
So next one.
Sorry. Can I just add something? My favorite part with CMAC pings are, if you guys mention me on Saloon, I'm not even in chat. He'll still do @diamond. I'm not even there. I don't know. That
Alright.
I find it funny. And
He's
I'm getting
back to-
pinged in. I'm getting pinged now in Discord. That's great.
Yeah.
Naturally.
I had that kind of at one point.
Yeah.
Anyways, would you describe any of your players as, quote, a person whose goodness or other positive qualities are hidden by harsh or unremarkable surface appearance? End quote. This is from Rhat. That's a pretty interesting question, Rhat. All right.
It's almost like he's saying, are any of the players captained by Diamond or Diamonds in the rough?
Yep.
Crazy. Yeah, I'd say Copper at the very beginning because no one knew who he was. Because I told him to play a season and to see what happens, and he went like 4-4-4. And then he played under me for one season. He went 8-1. Everyone's like, "Whoa, who's this Copper guy?" And then Mata too. I brought Mata into THL because I just met him in the SFU Discord, my university, and he just came in and he did really well. Everyone's like, "Whoa, who's this Mata guy?" And those are the only two players that I've like brought in outside THL. But there's been people I brought in, like 9 did really well. Yeah, there's just I'm glad to see people do well that I bring in. I don't know, it's a personally good feeling when you recruit someone and they do well.
I know, right? It does feel really
Awesome.
good. God.
All right, and
I'm
our
right there with you.
final question for the night from Quaz. When you think of Hero Series, what players first come to your mind?
All right. I'll tell you, I wrote this one down. I actually thought about this before I went to bed. Because I left it empty in the dock. I'm like, I don't know who it is. But I'd say Osmonaut, because Tampancer, Slam, Yellow Dart, Dad Legend. And I purposely wrote you, Ted, because I feel like you've been more active in Hero Series than Quaz has. Because you're the whole mini Hero Series commissioner. And then an actual player, I'd say Avi, because he has the highest PR, like over the cap for Hero. So those are like 4 people who came to mind thinking about Hero Series.
I'm sorry, Diamond. Are you saying I'm not an actual player in Hero?
Well, you are, but like I'm saying as like a figure. You're also the content guy. You're the opposite.
That's fair.
Diamond, I want you to know something. Ted actually has a ridiculous win rate in Hero.
I mean, he's also a champion as well.
Yeah. He has like a
And-
60-something% win rate lifetime. It's ridiculous. That's crazy.
Ted's OP.
Anyways.
All right.
Ted's OP
He is
and the
OP.
op. Ah, good.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
All right.
Yes. And
Yeah, but anyways, that's going to be about it for Saloon for tonight. We're going to be coming at you in a few minutes with our bar fight. Thank you very much, Diamond, for joining us tonight.
no problem. I have one last thing to say, Ted.
Go ahead.
Make sure to turn on delay. All right.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
it.
Smart.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, but anyways, go to the bathroom, grab a snack and a drink, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, make sure you
Yep.
tune in. Based Inc. versus Pasca, 2 8-1s.
Pipe.
And we will have a delay.
We will.
Delay. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
See you guys in a few minutes.
Thanks, everyone.